Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to discuss a little bit about the two guns that are available on the Yo. Because I had several questions about people on Discord asking me if it's better to play with the first or the second gun. And this video is an answer to that. To compare both guns, we're going to take a look at the 2-shell gun first and the 3-shell one right after. And after I'm going to do a whole sum up of what I think is the best gun on that tank. Most of the players I saw played it with the 2-shell gun, which is kind of weird knowing that it's the less versatile out of the two. What I mean by that is that yes, with this gun you have an amazing burst of 900 within 1.7 seconds, but your total reload is 19.5 seconds, which implies that for 19.5 seconds when you are reloading, you are extremely exposed to your opponents. But it also has its advantages, because when you have 450 alpha damage per shot, your module damage is increased, which implies that this tank is more likely, or this gun, I should say, is more likely to hammerrack and burn tanks down rather than the 3-shell one, but it's still rare. What I mean by that is that most of the time when you are playing with such a gun, you are not going to get too much hammerracks or too much fuel destroyed, etc., fuel burnt, I should say. And so I asked myself, is it really worth it to play with the 2-shell gun? I tried some games with it, like quite a lot. And in the end, it's probably the funniest out of the two, but the less effective. Of course, it all depends on your playstyle, because sometimes you're gonna play with something that really fits your playstyle or not. And here, this one is extremely fun, because derping 900 damage within 1.7 seconds is something new to that game. Not even the TVP can do that. So yeah, that's definitely something juicy and to look forward to. But as always, the versatility problem, I don't know if it's the right word in English, but I guess you get the spirit. It's the main problem. 19.5 seconds at tier 10 being exposed while reloading is way too much. Whereas with the 3-shell gun, it becomes way easier for you to do the job. Because I want to remind you, the 3-shell gun reloads in 13 seconds. 13 seconds for 3 shells. This is an insane reload for an autoloader, and it definitely destroys the purpose of the 50B or even the T57 heavy on the battlefield, because 13 seconds is just abuse at this point. Whereas I would say that the 2-shell gun is the most balanced, which implies that if I was wargaming, I wouldn't have let the choice to the players to choose between a 3-shell gun or a 2-shell one. I would have gone straight to the 2-shell one, which is, in my opinion, worse. Because, yeah, you also feature 500 less DPM on this one, because your DPM is sitting at 2.5k damage, if I'm not mistaken. Whereas when you take a look at the other one, which is the 3-shell one, you have like 3000 or something like that, and 3000 DPM for an autoloader is quite a lot, which explains the 13 seconds of reload. So to be honest, this gun is good, but not the best. The best is the 3-shell one. And I'm gonna show you that right after through the replay, and you can see it already here. Yes, he's bursting quite a lot of damage, but once you're reloading, like it's the case right now, he's exposed and he's getting completely destroyed. Luckily for him, the enemies are not taking a look at him. They are focusing on the 100 and the Yaktaga, which helps his cause quite a lot, because otherwise he would have get completely wrecked. Come on, let's kill the Yo right now. Derpy, derpy, derpy. One other advantage that I did not talk about concerning that tank is that you have less shells, but you have a bigger alpha damage, which implies that it's easier for you to finish off low targets on hit points. And this is something quite interesting to notice about it, because that's not something the other gun, the 3-shell one, can do, except of course if the enemy has less than 300 hit points, but it's really rare to see that on battle. Here it's the case for the T57 heavy. Here, for example, regardless of what gun he would have used, he would have been able to kill the T57 heavy, even with a low roll, if I'm not mistaken. And now he only has to deal with an IS-7. He's already at 6 skill and 6k damage. This is a pretty good game. And yeah, maybe he's gonna get the res now. That's what we're gonna try to see right now. So 6, 5, 4. Is he gonna be able to... Oh, lucky bounce on the IS-7. Lucky bounce. If I was him, I would have tried to sneak 2 shots on the IS-7 and right after get... right after run away and get the guy. And we're not gonna bother too much. We are gonna see when it's gonna happen. Okay, the guy missed once again. He's gonna try to circle. He gets the I7. Dirt 1. Oh shit, you are really unlucky, man. And now it's gone for whole reload. I'm not gonna bother. He's reloading. The I7 is a little bit... Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? You bounced once again. What the fuck? Okay, this time is he gonna get him? Whoa. Okay, you got lucky on the rest now. You should have died. But that was still a good game. And yeah, he killed the I7. Resulting in 7,000 damage and 7 kills. A pretty good game. But let's see the 3 shell gun in action. That is way better. Here, when we take a look at the 3 shell gun, you're going to see something totally different about it. 13 seconds of reload. It allows you to be much more versatile on the battlefield, and that's why it's my favorite. And since I discovered the 3 shell gun, I'm playing with it only, and I will never touch the 2 shell gun again. Because, oh boy, just take a look at what we're going to do. Look at this. What I love about it is how it destroys completely the purpose of the T-57 Heavy and the MX-50B, because it's the exact same, but with more armor, a better gun, and more accuracy. So, an overall better tank. Just take a look at this. There is a TVP. There we go. Yes, we take a little bit more time to sneak all our shots, and which implies that we need to be exposed for a longer period of time. But still, just take a look at this. We snap 3 shells in the TVP, only 2 because the third one bounced. We are reloading, and that's it. We already reload. It takes only 13 seconds, and this is what is crazy about this one. It allows you, even if you're getting pushed, to be effective against your pushers, because here with the 19.5 seconds reload gun, it's too much, and you have time to get wrecked. Whereas here, you literally have the exact same reload as a mouse, or even less than the E100, but you are reloading 3 shells instead of only 1. This is the peak of technology, and of course it's coming from America, and you're gonna get slapped for liberty. Just take a look at this. We sneak another shot on the Yak Panzer, we sneak all our shots, and now we crawl back to a safe position, and we are already at only 7 seconds of reload remaining. This is just plain stupid, and I think Wargaming will sooner or later nerf that tank, and nerf the gun especially, because the rest of the statistics are good but not broken. Just, this is ridiculous. I feel bad for people not playing the M-VI-YOH at the moment, because it's like the peak of the actual meta. This tank is completely broken in its current state, and it will stay like that. So it will allow me to talk a little bit maybe about the meta. The current meta of the game. If you take a look at the game right now, everybody's playing with the M-VI-YOH, regardless of the 2 shell gun or the 3 shell gun. And I can totally understand why. This tank has everything to seduce every single player in this game. It's good at side scraping. It has the special ability allowing you to roll backward when you are tracked. You also have the 13 seconds of reload for a whole autoloader that implies that you can play both rolling or in support of the rest of your team. You also have a really strong hull armor that is quite troll, especially those 2 areas. The little things here that are linking the hull to the track, but also that amazing rounded upper plate right there that is completely broken. So there we go, we sneak our shots, 3 shell in the heavy for 05, and we pull back to a safe position. On top of that, the 10 degrees of gun depression, man, this is, I don't know, this is the mega Chad of tier 10. In my opinion, there is no better tank at the moment than the M-VI-YOH, and that's why I play it again and again and again. And by the way, guys, you should definitely buy it now, because that's the only moment of the year that you will be able, with only 3.5k damage, to get an ace tanker. I think I already farmed 100 ace tanker with that tank. I just spam it again and again and again, and it's probably right now my favorite tank to play. And this is logic, because it's completely broken. It's even more broken, in my opinion, than the Smasher or the Annihilator, but we'll see what Wargaming does. But I'm giving you my feedback about the tank right now, because it's new and everybody's playing it, and nobody knows really how to play against it. I'll have to wait maybe 1 or 2 weeks to play the tank again and again, and see how people perform against it to really know if it's broken. It's just the first impression. I'll confirm it in a video probably later. Now let's focus a little bit on the replay. As you saw, we completely annihilate all those fellas, 4 of them, pray for them fellas, and now we only have to deal with the rest of them. We are in a 3 versus 5 situation, but it's not a problem, because our tank has a 900 derp ability, which implies that even if we are getting wrecked a little bit here, as long as the enemies are pushing 1 by 1, we can just destroy them. They all have low HP rolls, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. There is the WZ here that I'm gonna try to help. I'm just waiting for someone to do a mistake. And there we go, T22 Medium doing a mistake. We are not gonna bother. There we go, sneaking the first shot, sneaking the second shot. T22 is out. And are we gonna reload, or are we gonna try to sneak our shots? No, we reload. And I'm thinking, okay, the WZ is probably gonna be able to kill the E50M, which will imply that if I reload right now, I should be good. There we go. There is also the TVP that is trying to sneak some shots on me, but I'm not gonna bother. I want to go as fast as possible on that VK to kill him. And yeah, using calibrated shell, you can penetrate the upper part of the VK, especially when it's not angled like it's the case right now. And yeah, we derp it in literally 13 seconds. There is 3 guys out. This is the power of the M-VI-YOH, and that's why, in my opinion, it's completely broken. So let's not bother. There is an M-VI-YOH in the back right now. We're going to try to get him. We are taking a position, an advanced position, to see if it's possible for us to get the shot. Let's wait here a little bit to see what the Yo does. And he does the mistake. We don't bother. We go straight for gold shell. We destroy the fella. And now we only have to deal with a TVP. And I'm gonna spare your time right there because the TVP is well hiding. So what we're gonna do right now is we kill it because he was sitting in his spawn right there. And this is the end of the game. That's the M-VI-YOH for you all. That is really better with the 3 shell gun. So if you want my experience, and I played quite a lot of games with this tank, I played nearly 200, man. I really need to have a life. And yeah, 19 mastery pages, only 1 with the 2 shell gun, no, 2 with the 2 shell gun, and the rest with the 3 shell gun, because that thing is completely overpowered. So yeah, please guys, when you play with this tank, play with the first gun, and you are gonna be tremendously monsters on the battlefield. So yeah.